This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
Sir, please may I come in?
Yeah, please come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please sit down.
Thank you so much.
So we address you as Lokesh?
Sir,
Good. Jalgaon is the place where you were born.
sir, I was born in Bhusawal. It's in Jalgaon district.
Okay. Also, place of birth you written Jalgaon.
I have stated it as Bhusawal, sir.
Okay. So maybe there's a typographical error. Anyway, Jalgaon district.
Sir,
So which river flows through Jalgaon district?
which?
River.
River, sir, Tapi river.
Is that the main river?
Yes, sir, it's a main river. It's a major basin flowing through Jalgaon district. And there are tributaries like Purna river, Aner river, Bori river. These all rivers flow through the Jalgaon district.
Okay. You are also a civil engineer. Civil engineer.
Sir, I am a civil engineer.
Okay. So, why you look so bewildered that you are not a civil engineer? Anyway, so given the earthquake resistant buildings that we are making, we are now using steel structures. Despite that, it has been seen that there have been faults in the steel structures also. So, what is the latest that you can think of in terms of seismic buildings?
Sir, yes, we are adopting earthquake resistant buildings, but the problem with those buildings is that we are adopting those buildings with the codes which were prepared in 2000. So basically we are not updating the earthquake resistant codes that we should adopt for earthquake resistant buildings. So the first thing we should do is the updation of the codes, that is IAS 1893, that is used for the earthquake resistant buildings. The second thing, sir, the earthquake which are affecting the buildings, those are basically these days the old buildings which have not adopted the earthquake resistant codes. So second thing we should do is the retrofitting of those buildings. Third thing which I would suggest regarding the newer structure is the enforcement issue. Though we are stating that those have been adopted, to what extent they have really been adopted, that we need to cross verify. And then we can state that yes, they have really adopted, and then those issues we can really analyze, and the solution to those we can get, sir. So that is my
Okay. Now, coming to this building code
sir.
in civil engineering, despite the existence of a building code, why do we still see so many substandard jobs in civil engineering line?
Substandard buildings.
Workmanship.
Sir.
Why is it so?
Sir, first of all the construction industries or the majority of construction industry in the rural areas is in the informal sectors. So it is already existing lands where structure was built and which are just being replaced, not greenfield construction. It's a sort of brownfield construction. So for those structures, no new permissions are required. So those are substandard structure. Second thing is lack of skilling to the workers. So the workers which are being trained in civil engineering jobs are mostly by this virtue of inheritance rather than by the virtue of skilling formally. So they are just adopting the practices which were followed by their previous generations of workers. Third thing is the lack of the protection equipments, PPE, personal protection equipment.
Okay, what about the city? You talked about the rural side. What about the city? Despite supervisors, diploma holders, civil engineer, why do we still have poor workmanship?
Sir, first thing is the workers themselves are unaware of the fact that they are entitled to get these PPEs. So they do not become demanders of those things, and at that instance the issue arises. Second thing, the construction contractors themselves try to reduce the cost of construction and thereby they do not produce such equipments to the construction workers. So these are the two main issues, I think, sir.
Okay, now how much saving do you have in a green building compared to a normal building? And what is the energy consumption by a normal building compared to a green building?
Sir, that we need to study on a case by case basis, because green building is a concept which is evolving and which cannot be by and large or one size fits all. It's not a concept like that. So a project which was carried by me in our own college, so the report submitted by us to the building works committee of the college, it said that if we adopt the green building practices in that building, the cost we will require for first 5 years will be more than what we are bearing for now. So for 5 years we will need to reach that break even point of cost, and after that it will be free for us. So maybe it will not be something like we will calculate on the basis of money, but it may be something which can calculate on the basis of the age of the structure and the time span which we will require for the making up of the cost.
Have you seen any green building in your life?
Sir.
Where have you seen?
Sir, I have seen in Pune when I was in our civil engineering department.
Okay.
Sir.
Which is that building?
Sir, that is a building belonging to the railways.
Okay.
So they have constructed a green building, sir.
So what is the amount of saving that they anticipate from that green building?
Sir, the saving as far as their present operation is concerned, they have a zero discharge, zero waste and zero electricity charges. So that is basically free of any maintenance or operation cost as of now.
And we built a UN building in India built, which is also said to be a green building in United Nations. Are you aware of it?
No, sir, I have to read more about it.
Okay. Now coming to the last point that I would like to ask you is, who gives you the certification for green buildings?
Sir, GRIHA, the Green Rating Integrated Habitat Assessment, which is basically a body of Confederation of Indian Industry. So it's a body floated by the industry itself for the certification of buildings. It gives the green ratings in India. There are other agencies as well.
Okay, you are the Director General of Corporate Law, which is your service.
Sir.
What are the 3 changes that you would make as Director General for the service as a whole?
For the service, sir.
Yes.
Sir, first thing, I would like to make it easier for the companies or the enforcement agencies as the ICLS officers to carry out the 3 I's, that is inquiry, inspections and investigation. Right now we have a lot of data and we have a lot of we can say under reporting or non-compliance, but that needs to be addressed. Second thing, the processing of the forms, the e-forms or the compliance forms, that needs to be done. I would like to hand it over to a agency or maybe centralization of those forms. So
how does it help the service?
Sorry, sir.
How does it help the younger officers in the service?
How can it
help the younger officers in the service who want to build their career in ICLS?
Sir, because
whatever you have mentioned, how does it help the younger officers? I am asking for service improvement.
Sir, because sir, processing of forms is something very mechanical process right now, if we can see, because there are certain red flags that we have to give, which can be done by an outsourcing. So main function of the ICLS, I think, should be enforcement.
Okay, thank you,
Yes,
Lokesh.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Lokesh, you are a student of PSIR.
Sir.
Okay. Tell me something. A new government is in place in Argentina,
Sir.
and it is quite widely being discussed for its radical measures, radical economic measures. Are you aware of what measures are they taking?
Sorry, sir, I have to read more about it.
Acha, okay. Do you know what is libertarianism?
Yes, sir.
What is meant by that?
Sir, libertarianism is a new form of liberalism which focuses more on the economic side of liberalism. So, in that liberalism or libertarianism, the government try to withdraw from the public policy, from the public expenses, and on the social front as well, like it was done in the Thatcherism in UK or Reaganomics in US, it focuses on some social changes as well, which can be more stated to be inclining toward the right wing policy in social sector, social form of public policy also.
Okay, so you are saying that it is right wing liberalism, that is what you are saying.
Sir, liberalism itself is a right wing, because liberalism itself is a policy stated as right wing, but libertarianism, it maximum focus of it is on economics, and some sort of social focus it will also give. That is what I mean to say, sir.
Okay, okay. There is a term we hear often, left liberal.
Sir.
But do you think that is an oxymoron? There can nobody can be a left liberal. How can they be?
Sir, I think most of the policies in the current events are left liberal, because what we saw in current form of global politics as well in the politics all over the world was that the governments are focusing on right wing social policies. So it in the sense is a form of liberalism or right wing, but it has a concept or an inclusion of left wing in the sense that they are spending lot on the social expenses like health, education, as well as other infrastructure building, which will be done for the people, for the larger use of people, which is opposed by the liberalism as a philosophy. So these left liberals will do a form of social policy which is right wing, as well as economics which is a left wing.
Okay, but although I am not convinced, because it is more defined by the kind of political inclination that one is holding, rather than the way they are practicing their economic policies. What you have described is a mix of welfareism. What you are saying is that, see, welfare state is a model of governance, or you can say social measures. It is not a ideological position. Chalo, anyways, you can read more about it. You are a civil engineer, okay? In Maharashtra, in Mumbai, recently Atal Tunnel has been inaugurated, and it is being talked about for the engineering features that have been taken in order to ensure minimum impact on the marine life. So what are those steps that have been taken?
Sir, I hope we are speaking about the Atal Setu, not the Atal Tunnel.
Atal Setu, yes.
So in that Atal Setu, it goes through the Arabian Sea basically. So as far as I know, 3 years extensive studies was done about its impact on the marine lives. And while the construction was done, the size of pillars or the columns, it was meandered to such an extent that the marine life can pass from under the bridge without any issues. Second thing, the vibrations that would pass underneath the water due to the vehicles and their vibrations would be minimized to a certain extent. That's what I know, sir.
Okay, have they done something about light also? Minimum lighting should be there so that the effect of light on marine life is limited. Is it true?
Sir, I am not aware of it, but it may have been done because the light pollution is also a cause of concern, not only due to the light, but also due to the heat that is produced due to the light. So some steps might have been taken that I need to read more about. Sir.
Okay, good. In Maharashtra, state elections are also scheduled this year, right?
Sir.
Okay. In your understanding, what will be the 3 major social issues for people while they would be voting in the state elections?
Sir, first thing would be about the reservations.
Okay.
The second thing would be about the social disparity, because now people are understanding, at least to some extent, that Mumbai and Pune, these are the 2 areas which cover 1/3 of Maharashtra GDP, and the rest of Maharashtra covers only 60% of Maharashtra GDP. So lack of development is certain in many parts of Maharashtra. That is second. And the third would be about maybe social mobility, the livelihood of the people, because people are now searching for employment, as well as they are also factoring in the impacts due to their migration to the urban areas, because not only their incomes increase, but also their living costs are also improving. So they are looking for a model of urbanization in Maharashtra. So that may be also theme, sir.
Okay, one last question, Lokesh. Recently, International Court of Justice,
Sir.
it gave a ruling on the Israel-Gaza conflict. Are you aware what was the main crux of that ruling?
Sir, it was a judgment given by 15-0, 70-0, the number of judges. The judges have ruled that Israel have to give a report within 1 month about how the measures have been taken to institutionalize or to ensure that the minorities or the civilians in the Palestinian region, in the Gaza Strip, have not been impacted due to their war in the Gaza Strip. And the second thing, they have also given up not a list of measures, but they have given instructions to Israel that they have to reduce the impact of war on the minorities in Gaza Strip.
Okay, thank you, Lokesh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Hello, Lokesh.
Hello, sir.
Lokesh, what is federalism?
Sir, federalism is a model of governance in which more than one centers of more than one sets of government rule the country, and both or all of the sets of government have their power from the constitution itself.
So we also have a federal form of government, yes?
In India, yes sir, we do.
So there are two axes. One is federal axis and the other is the central axis.
Yes,
say
sir.
yes?
Sir.
Do you agree that we are more and more moving towards the central axis? There is more and more centralization. The autonomy of the states are being taken. Allegedly, center is utilizing various powers, various laws, various central agencies, etc. to toe the line.
Sir, I think this trend appears in Indian federalism whenever there is a single party ruling the center. That is, this is not something which is happening for the first time. So, in my opinion, there have been trends. For example, first the creation of GST, where the ruling of the states or the say of the states was given a huge demand, or the states were given a demand or a say. Second, the creation of the Niti Aayog, in which we called is a Team India model, because all the chief ministers as well as the Prime Minister of India themselves concerned about the Indian policy development. So, in that respect, yes, we are not moving towards a central model, but having said that, I also think that, sir, there are concerns regarding the use of certain central agencies like the Enforcement Directorate or others, CBI, or the issues within the center and the states regarding the use of such agencies, which can be addressed by the consultation between the union and the states. So that can, I think, resolve the issue, sir.
So you agree center is utilizing central agencies?
Sir, I think to some extent, yes, there have been some concerns of the states, but they can be addressed.
Okay. You are from political science background as well.
Sir.
You have your optional as PSIR. What is the present state of world order?
Sir, I think the present state order is in a state of flux, because we are in the state first that the Russia-Ukraine war or the Israel-Hamas war, and even the concerns in the Red Sea or all the Middle Eastern region has been influencing the global order to a large extent. So politically it's unstable. Second thing, the economically also the oil crisis or the prices of oil are increasing. Inflation due to increased demand and decreased supply, mainly due to the Ukrainian war. And third thing, we are also seeing the rise of certain powers. We are largely moving towards a multipolar structure because the say of US has been decreasing in the global world order for few years now. The say of China has been increasing. However, also there are powers like India, Japan or South Africa or Brazil whose say in the international relations is increasing. So, we are in the state where we are reforming the world order, and at the second or the other side of the coin, there are certain issues which are plaguing the world order as well.
So India is also one of those centers.
Sorry, sir.
India is also one of the emerging centers.
Certainly, sir.
Yes. Why are we emerging as a main player, one of the main player in the global arena? Except for economic reason, are there any other reasons?
Certainly, sir. Sir, first reason is our demographic dividend, because we are going to be the human resource supplier to the rest of the world for next few
That
decades
again is
now.
economy, yes.
Yes, sir. The second thing, we are also going to be an important net security provider for the region as well as for the world. Third thing, our agenda, that our agenda is not totally based on realism, but there is a sense of idealism. Even the theme of G20, that was Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and we were able to arrive at a consensus between many centers of the power which will not generally be accepting of each other. Even at that point of time in world order, we were able to issue a joint statement at the G20. That is a big achievement, and also states a lot about India's stature at the world stage, sir. So that is our stature, and that's why I think we are emerging as a world power.
Okay. Are we making any foreign policy mistake presently?
I don't think we are making a mistake, sir, but there are scopes of lot of improvement, because given that we do not have a lot of manpower. The number of Indian Forest Service officers is way less in Indian context. Second thing, foreign service officers, sir. And sir, second thing, in our neighborhood also we can manage the relationship better. Third thing, there are lot of centers, as I also stated earlier. The relations with all the centers we can balance way better, I think.
Okay, you are into reflective writing as well.
Sir.
What do you write about?
Sir, I write about various instances, various incidents, various thoughts of mine, where I felt that I could learn something, or which the incidents or the stories or thoughts which learnt me or taught me something, and which I should read in the future as well, to remind me of such instances and such learnings, so that I can carry forward those learning while I am going ahead with my life and with my career as well, sir.
Okay. Okay, Lokesh.
Thank
you, sir.
Lokesh, you have worked as a police mitra.
Sir.
So, you know, I think you might have known that working with police, even today also police are high-handed. Everywhere, even today also common man, he doesn't want to visit any police station. It is a fact, right? So, how to improve that? You might have heard of police reforms.
Sir.
What are those police reforms?
Sir, first thing, I would like to concentrate on the first question, that people don't want to go to the police station. So, this is a fact because of the historical wrongs or the historical issues that people have thought. Second thing is the perception that the police are troublemaker rather than
you just leave that.
Sir.
Whatever I am asking, you just answer to that question. Okay. So, I am asking you about police reforms.
Sir, the first thing is the number of police personnel in our country. So, it has been suggested that India should have 194 police personnel.
You are again missing the question. See,
Sir.
Supreme Court has formed a committee
Sir,
under Prakash Singh.
Sir.
Supreme Court has made certain recommendations to the police, all the state governments to implement. What are those police reforms? Can you say any 2 to 3 police reforms?
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, the first thing was the State Security Commission that should be established for the police transfers and their postings, etc. Second thing was the police establishments board, which would look after the service concerns of the police personnel. Then there was the another commission in the states itself, which would look after the for the DGs, DGPs of the state. They should be selected from the 3 most senior personnel, police personnel of the state. Second, they should be selected by the UPSC itself, and the third thing, they should have a minimum tenure of 2 years.
You have missed the most important reform. See, coming to the police, what we are lacking?
Sir.
It is the accountability of the police.
Sir.
If you are committing any mistake, if you will be punished, if you will be punished, then you will not commit that mistake, right?
Sir.
So today there is no police accountability.
Sir.
So in that, what Prakash Singh committee has recommended?
Sir, there was a police commission which was to be established for the public complaints to be recorded for the police.
That is commission.
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
So you have also worked with NGO.
Sir.
Which NGO?
Sir, it was named as Swarupavardhini.
Sorry?
Swarupavardhini.
Swarupavardhini, okay.
It was in Pune, and it works in the slums of Pune area. So at that time when I was in college, I used to work with it, sir.
Okay, so what you were doing there, like what you were contributing to NGO?
Sir, it was basically working for the education of the children in urban slums. So first when I joined it, I used to volunteer as a person, resource person for the children, like taking their extra classes, teaching them for their guidance.
So you were teaching them?
Sir.
What you were teaching them?
Sir, mostly English and mathematics.
Okay, for small kids.
Sir.
Small kids are up to class 10th?
Not class 10, sir, up to class 6.
Class 6th. You know, there are so many issues facing the NGOs in this country.
Sir.
You tell me the specific 2 issues which right now NGOs are facing.
Sir, the first is non-filing by the NGOs.
Sorry?
Non-filing of their annual returns by the NGOs.
Non-filing?
Sir.
Okay.
Of the annual returns. Like there are 30 lakh NGOs in India.
That is not NGO's problem, right?
Sir.
That is problem for maybe for somebody else or maybe for the law enforcement. I am asking you that what are the issues that are being faced by NGOs?
By NGOs, sir. Sir, the first thing is the resource crunch that is being faced by the NGOs.
How?
Because right now there are crunch of manpower, and second is the crunch of the funds with the NGOs.
That is why I am asking how. Why there is crunch? If you are saying there is crunch, why?
Sir, because there is no what we call social stock exchanges or the social contributory fund within India, which can contribute for the funds to these NGOs. Second thing, also due to the
social contributory fund, what is that? Every NGO can take donations through their website, or they have many crowdfunding platforms we have.
Sir.
The NGO can go to crowdfunding platforms and they can donate, they can generate the money. What is this fund?
Sir, sure, sir. They can go to these NGOs or the websites and crowdfund. But what happens is these NGOs has very limited reach, because some of the NGOs they can.
No, there are lot many platforms.
Sir.
Where they can generate the money.
Sir.
There is no death.
Sir. So, sir, there are also issues because they do not have skilled workers with them. Because what happens is people are not working with NGOs as a career. They are just taking as a temporary job, even as I did the same.
So you were taking salary from NGO?
No, sir.
Okay.
But I was working temporarily with them. So they do not get a permanent workforce with them.
Why they will work permanently? If you get salary,
Sir.
then only you work permanently. No, otherwise you will have your many obligations at your family, right?
That is what I am trying to focus, sir. That we do not have a model where the people who are working for NGOs get paid at least some money.
I will ask you one more question. that what is the difference between gender in development and gender and development. You know the terminology GAD, WAD. Women in development, women and development, gender in development, gender and development. What are the difference? Can you say?
No, sir, I am not able. Specifically, I cannot.
You have certificate course on women and development, right?
Sir.
Okay, I will ask you one last question. See, India is aspiring for Vishwaguru.
Sir.
Okay. So, but we are lacking in so many aspects. We lack hard power.
Sir.
Do you agree with my view?
Sir, I think hard power is only a part of being a major power. To a large extent, we can say that we are not providing hard power to other countries. But as far as self-defense is concerned, I think we are well within.
But for Vishwaguru,
Sir.
you need hard power, right? You are a head of a village. It is international relations are like a politics in village,
Sir.
right?
Sir, I think hard power is very less importance having in the concept of Vishwaguru. What we are stating through Vishwaguru, that India wants to be a teacher of the world. Guru means teacher. So in that sense, we are teaching qualities which are cherished in India and Indian culture to the world. And that is not about realism, but about idealism, sir. So we are teaching.
Vishwaguru, I am talking not in terms of culture, in terms of superpower.
Sir. So becoming superpower does mean that we have economic might, we have hard power. In that respect, we are competing with the world, and we need to develop ourselves in that capacities. So yes, we are developing. We need some capacities in that respect, sir.
So Lokesh, we've come to the end of the interview. You have any questions?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.